Hi, I'm Callum from Tyne Valley Motorhomes, and today I'll be showing you around the brand new Auto Trail Tribute F74. So coming down the driver's side of the vehicle, you've got your mains connectivity point, and you get your hook up lead, lift the collar and slide on like so. Always hook the vehicle up first, then the point, as we wouldn't want you walking on the live lead. And then below you do have your waste water pipe, so this is your drain. So anything you've put down the plug hole, your dishes water, your hand basin water, anything you've drained off goes into a separate holding tank when you open up here. Normally you drive over a grate when leaving the site and open that up. The next point is your waste, is your fresh water fill up. So you've got a little key on here where you can open and close, and you put your hose pipe in there and fill it until it either overflows or until you're happy you've got enough water on board. And that is the little key there. And then all your lockers open with the other key. Obviously the forward key does your cab. Next spot, you've got your LPG, so your liquid petroleum gas. This is your gas locker. And obviously you fit two 6-kilogram bottles in here at any one time. You will connect the pigtail to the bottle. It's a left hand thread, then you'll need an adjustable wrench or a gas spanner to connect the bottle. Left hand thread and then nip up, and then you can turn on and off at the top of the bottle. Once you've turned it on, if you just press this black button here, which allows the gas from the crash valve through into the vehicle. Turn it off when you're in transit though, as it's a safer way to travel. And below you've got your fresh water drain off, so if you've taken on any contaminated water or you just want to drain off the system for the winter, that's your drain off there, and you fill that in. Coming further back down the vehicle, you've got your garage area here, so you've got two access doors, one on this side of the vehicle, one on the other, for your storage. And on the back you've got your high level brake light, your bullet style reverse camera, and your fuel bike rack bars, should you want to get a bike rack fitted. That's just another door for your garage area there. There's nothing in here apart from the EC500 unit, which is for your back lights. And then you do have your toilets in here, so this is your toilet cassette. And then make sure the blade's closed on the bottom bowl of the toilet. You'll be able to slide that blue lever out. You then remove the cap and expose it like this. Press the button, go to your waste disposal point and tip out. Once you've tipped it out, if you put some water in and give it a shake and tip out again, and then you can fill with the cap, fill it with water or your chemical. So you fill with the cap, you fill the cap with water, with chemical, after you've rinsed it with water. Then you do have your trolley, so you can drag it around the site. You've got your wheel external gas point, so you've got a gas spigot there which you connect into here, and then connect to your paddock or external barbecue, then you turn on and off, and it saves you carrying a second bottle. And you do have your own light in your two fridge vents. Then come to the cab door, you have your capless fuel filler, and underneath you've got your AdBlue. With it being a new Euro 6 compliant engine, it takes AdBlue, which is an exhaust solution, and it'll come up on the dash once it needs it. Normally needs it between 5,000 and 6,000 miles, but it will give you a mileage countdown. Once it comes on, just simply top it up, as if you don't, then you allow it to go right down, the engine may not start. Open the bonnet, what you need to do is put the key in, go to the left then the right to release the bonnet. As you can see, there's no engine battery underneath here. Your engine battery is underneath your driver's seat, and then you've got a junction point there for a positive. You've got your radiator fluid. You'd earth off the engine hoist, which is here, and then you do have your weight, so it's 3.5 ton. If you were to put a trailer on the back with a tow bar, you can tow an extra ton, so that's your train weight. And you've got your front and back axle weights, and then you do have your screen wash, your oil filler and dipstick, and your brake fluid there. And you've also got on here your tyre pressures. So once inside the vehicle, above your fridge, you've got your various controls. So you've got your main control panel first. So you've got your master switch here, which you can turn on and off the vehicle. Then you've got your interior lights, which are all individually switched. Your tap, which is your pump. So should you have enough water in, you'll be able to turn the pump on and use the taps and toilets. But as you can see, we've got very little water on board. And then you do have your on and light outside, and then you've got your levels, so you can view your levels here. So you can view. So you've got your leisure battery, your vehicle battery reading, your fresh water and waste. Your select battery always wants to be your leisure. Then you can have your interior and exterior temperatures, and you can set the timer there should you need to by going in. Then you've got your wheel heating and hot water controls. So these are very easy to use, so you turn on and off by pressing the bottom buttons. Then you've got your gas flame, so should you have the gas on, you can turn it on to gas. For welcome, and you can have it on to electric, and obviously if you press electric, you can press and hold, and obviously there's 3 little dots at the top, so you've got 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatts and 3 kilowatts on electric. So for this we'll just say 3, and then you've got your temperature. Or you can have it on both together should it be really cold to heat the vehicle, so that's heating. And then this one is your hot water. So you can have the gas on, and again you can have 1, 2 and 3 kilowatts of electric. And then you've got your plus and your minus for your hot water, for your temperature. So you'll have about 40 degrees, and then if you press again, you'll have 60 degrees of heating your water. You've got your bed control, which I'll come to in a moment, but then you do have your fridge, so you can turn your fridge on and off, and as you can see it says A. A is automatic energy selection, so it picks the best source. Should you be hooked up and have the gas on, it would automatically go to hookup. Then if I was to take the hookup out, it would switch over to gas. And if I was to start the engine, it would go to the battery. And the battery setting isn't your leisure battery, it's your vehicle battery. So it's a feed from your vehicle battery alternator to just basically keep the fridge at the temperature it was when departing. So the idea is to hook the fridge up the day before, put your shopping in, allow it to cool, and then when you're travelling you can even have it on A, or you can press and hold and you can manually switch it over at the sources, so you can have it on hookup, have it on battery if you want, and then set the temperature. Obviously it's failed at the moment because the engine's not running, or you can switch it across to gas. With the gas it does wait on automatic 20 minutes before lighting, so it's basically a safety feature in case you pulled into a petrol station, so you will have to override it should you want the gas to light quicker than 20 minutes. Once you've finished with the fridge for the season, if you do take your shopping out, clean it out, and then if you just slide this toggle forward, it stops the fridge door from shutting fully on itself and allows ventilation in and out of the fridge. Underneath you've got your gas cap for your external barbecue in your fridge, so you've just got to make sure that any problems with gas turn off at the bottle, but you can isolate here, but these are mainly for our habitation service technicians. And then in the kitchen area, you've got your storage underneath your sink with the slide out cutlery tray, which is very handy. And then you've got your tap, so if you put the pump on, you can then bring the water through and prime it, like so. And then you do have your 3 gas rings and a hob. Your hob, and then your grill and your oven, which obviously oven's the bottom one, grill's the top one. Below this you do have more gas taps, which is for your hob, your oven, your water heater and your space heater, and again you can isolate these if you wish. Above you do have storage, and obviously your solar panels. This is fitted with a solar panel from the factory, and you've got a little rocker switch here, so you can either put it onto ups for vehicle battery and it will transfer the power from the solar panel direct to the engine battery for the Ford, or you can put it in the back battery, which is your leisure battery, or off in the middle. Above you've got your extractor fan, so you can open the hatch, and then you've got 6 speeds either way. so you can have it bringing air into the vehicle, or if you go the other way, it'll stop and then it'll start speeding up the other way, and you can take smells out when you're cooking. And then we do have a blacker blind. It is on a spring, so just be very careful with this one. And always make sure that the hatch and skylights and windows are closed when you're travelling. So the toilet door also doubles up as the bathroom door. And in here you have your toilet. So to use the toilet, you press the button on the back, flush it first to lubricate the blade, slide to the right, open the blade, use the toilet, then flush again, then close the blade. The blade must be closed to get the cassette out the outside of the vehicle, otherwise it won't come out. And then if you look down this corner here, you'll see it's green, which means the cassette is good to be used. Once that goes to red, it indicates that it needs to be changed. In here you've also got space for your toiletries in there and in here. And you've got your plug, it's just a push plug on the sink. And then you do have a blackout blind on an evening, which just slots in like so. Or if you open it up, you can open the skylight by pushing it out. Or you can have one side open and one side not, just depending on which way the wind's blowing for ventilation. Across from the toilet you have your shower cubicle, so always make sure the shower screens have got the turnbuckles on when travelling, stops them banging around when you're on the road. And then once you have finished using it for the winter, you take your shower head off, allow your shower hose to lie in the shower tray, leave all your mixer taps within the vehicle open to stop any water from building up, as if you didn't take the shower hose off it would loop in here and could potentially freeze. So your bed at the moment is in day position where it's reclined, but if you want to put it in to nighttime position, you just slide the bed forward, which drops the back of the mattress. Then obviously you push it back up, day position. And we do have 2 gas struts on there to keep the bed open, storage in the various compartments, and obviously storage at the back, which you can get access to from the back of the vehicle. You've got the same roof light as in the bathroom. Then in here you do have your wardrobe, which you've got your silver screens, which is how you black the carb out on an evening. Your ladder for your drop down bed, a hookah bleed, and your various carb mats. And then on this side you've got your carpets and a fire extinguisher. And as well, this is a hanging rail as well, and you've got your telly booster in there, so you can boost the signal on the wheel by turning it should you need to. Storage up here, and obviously your individually switched reading lights in the middle there above the bed. And then your storeway table is here, and you just slide the legs up like so, so it's basically like putting an ironing board up. And you can use that down the bottom in the lounge or outside, and you do have your telly points in the back, so you can fit the TV on here. So to make the bed, you don't use the table, you use the makeup boards, which are in the wardrobe on the driver's side at the back. So that's the makeup board there, which you put at the back. And then this is the board that normally is in here to make a U-shaped lounge. You'd slide that forward, slide this seat out to here for support for the board. And then if you slide this seat forward, you will have to remove the cushions, and there is 2 tabs here, so these 2 press studs on here, so you might think, oh, this doesn't move. It does, you've just got to remove them. And then slide it forward. You'll find this on the backrest round here. You just put that into position like so, and there you've made like your big single bed, and then you would fill it with the infills. So once I put the infills on, I'll come back and show you where to go. And then to make your bed up, you'd use your base cushions, your backrests, so that's a backrest off there, that's a backrest off there, to make the bed. So now in the cab, which is based on a Ford Transit. You have your fold-in handbrake, so you might think that's off. It's not, it's actually on. So what you need to do is just cover the brake, pull the handbrake up, press the button, and as you see, the light will go out as I release it in the bottom of the speedo there. And then to put back on, if you just lift it up and you'll hear it ratchet on. You've got your, so you can press this padlock here. It locks the driver, passenger and the habitation door, as this has got central locking on the hab door as well, which will also work off the key. You've got your electric windows and electric mirror adjustments, automatic lights, or you can put them onto main lights and side lights or off, or just leave them on auto. And then you do have a headlight adjustment. This can dim and brighten the instrument cluster when the lights are on, should they be too bright or too dark for you. And then you do have your front and rear fog lights, wipers and indicators. You've got all your trip computer, so you can scroll through. So you've got a digital speedometer, you've got your instant fuel, you've got your distance to empty, you've got your average fuel usage, you've got your trips, so how many miles you've covered, you've got your start stop, or you can go to the menu, driver assistance, you've got hill start, you can reset your values, or you can go and program your key, and you've got your maintenance, so you can know when the oil needs next changed. Obviously this is on a commercial vehicle, so you will have to get the vehicle serviced in line with the Auto Trail warranties and the Ford warranty. And then AdBlue range, you've got 5,500 miles before you need to top the AdBlue up, which is 20 litres as I've said from outside. And then you've got your AdBlue life and AdBlue information, so there it's full. And then you can go to your advanced settings, so you can go into vehicles and do your locks and your headlight delay, so you can have your headlights on for 20 seconds, which are programmed after you've locked the vehicle. So it's basically, if you park it at home, it gives you enough time to get into the house before the headlights go off. And then on this side you've got your limiter, speed limiter, cruise control. You can set resume, so should you have to brake, you can just press resume here and it'll take it back up. You've got your volume, 6-speed manual gearbox with lift the collar and into reverse, which will then bring on your reverse camera like it has there. Says your rear view camera, showing we're behind it. I'll get onto this in a moment. We'll go through, this is your fan speed, so you can turn it on or off. That's your fan speed. You've got your demister, you've got your face and feet, your heated mirrors, or should I say screen. No, that is your mirrors, there's your screen down the bottom. And then you've got aircon and recirculation, obviously your temperature there. Hazards, 12 volt and a USB for the head unit. And then if we get onto the head unit, obviously turn it on. Got navigation when you have your navigation card in, which you just slide in here. You've got your radio, which is FM, AM. You've got DAB, so you've got a DAB radio, and you can go to list, and you can find the nationals. And as we're in Newcastle, Tyne as our local station range. Bluetooth, so you go to Bluetooth, and then you would just press. Once it loads, there'll be a little magnifying glass, which you press search on here, and you can find your, so you can find your device. And then if you connect through USB iPod and Android link will come off, or you can click camera and you can have the camera on permanently when you're driving forward, which. And then you do have your shortcut buttons, so you've got home, nav, cam, DAB, alternative and Bluetooth. Obviously Bluetooth takes you back into your phone. And then you do have your setup there, so you can go to setup, go to other, and you know what software you're running, so you can update these by going onto the Accent website, downloading the latest software for free onto a USB stick, putting it into here, putting the ignition on of the vehicle, and it'll load it into the head unit. But here it does say that the version of software on this is V20. It'll update all the time, so just you may need to update it should it get slow or should it get temperamental. You may need to just update the head unit. Then you do have your off for your start stop. So as soon as you come to a set of traffic lights and you take the vehicle out of gear and release the clutch, the engine will stop should it have enough charge in the battery. So should it have been stood up for a while, don't expect it to work first time. It needs a good amount of charge in to then start working. You've got this is your traction control turn off, and you've got mode, which is normal or eco. It's normally set on normal. I'll just leave it on normal. Lockable glove box, and then to spin your seats, you've got a full bar for making the seats go back and forth, and then you've got a half bar, so you just slide the half bar and then slide the seats round into the back. Should it get stuck on the door pillar or the door itself, you just either bring the seat forward or back. That now brings us on to the end of this handover demonstration on the all new Auto-Trail Tribute F74. Should you have any questions, feel free to contact Tyne Valley Motorhomes on 01207 272 777, or you can email our sales department at sales@tynevalleymotorhomes.co.uk. Thanks for watching this video.